make it a better place. It'll take creation.
Hey everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and today I have a really quick video for you guys. I'm going to show you some organization in my craft room. I did a overview of my craft room a couple weeks ago. I'll stick a card in this video for you guys in case you missed it, but that video was just like an overview of where everything is and the placement of everything. And then I said that I would go ahead and do a video where I showed you guys in-depth organization. So I'm going to show you some stuff that's organized in this, but I just want to give you a view of like where everything is. This is the wall that I'm not all that crazy about. It has these two bookshelves. Then this is wall space. We still have to get the wallpaper up on the walls. I had a really good tip from somebody who said to primer the wall first because that's just plywood. So that's the problem. I can't just paint it. And so thanks for that tip. Whoever left me that tip, that's amazing. But we do have the wallpaper. I just have to get it up. So this wall is like the last of the furniture that I feel like is just kind of stuff that I've had left over for years. And then on the wall here is some items. For some reason, I know I have another one of these floating shelves and I can't find it. But this is the only wall space that I really have to be able to like put any shelves or hang up my chicken frame wire, which is right here that has a bunch of cards. So I really want to keep this wall space, I decided. So the only thing that I'm thinking that I might do in the future is right here, I might get one of the long Alex drawers, the wider ones. I might get one of those to go right here, but I'm not sure. So I just have a couple white bookshelves here, and then I have my kitchen cart from IKEA. Now I heard that these are going to be retiring. They're not going to be carrying them anymore. I have two in my craft room. They're $29.99, so they're $30. When I ordered mine, when I got mine, actually went to the store and got it, they were $49.99. And right after I got both of them, the price dropped. So that was a huge bummer. So here is just some stuff that is kind of just, I don't have anywhere else to put it. I have my Cricut machine on here. Somebody asked me where I got my purple Cricut machine. And this was several years ago, 6 or maybe even 8 years ago. Walmart began carrying the Cricut items, and they had purple, teal, and I think they had yellow. And I always wanted the teal one, and all they had was the purple one. So when I went and got mine, so that's where I got my purple Cricut. This right here, this brown basket is just some miscellaneous items. They're like some 3D items I've put together and I don't really know what to do with. And then that's my sewing caddy. And then that's my sewing machine. And then over here is a basket of giveaways. This is current catalogs that I can ship out. This basket has school pencils and stuff in it that I do for treat bags for the kids. That's my bag for my post office when I take mail to the post office. These are some retiring stamp sets that I'm not sure I'm going to be selling or doing anything with. I kind of want to keep them. And then this is an empty box, and right now it has my Cricut cord in it and my sewing machine cord in it. So this is just not exactly how the shelves are going to stay, but this cart right here in the middle, that is permanent. I have that how I want it. So up on the bookshelf, I just have outgoing mail. I have a little picture frame and some clothespins for my frame up here. Then I have my Big Shot, and then these are stamp sets that have either retired and that I want to keep, or they're Christmas. And I'm swiftly running out of room there, so I'm going to have to do something different eventually. But I'll do that after we do the walls and put everything back. So here's the IKEA cart, and I'll link this on my blog post, my coordinating blog post you can get to by clicking up in the corner or down in the YouTube description. There'll be links for everything I talk about, and then there'll also be photos. So this kitchen cart, the IKEA kitchen cart, is what I have all my dies and embossing folders. Anything that I need to use with my Big Shot is basically in here. So my Big Shot sits right here, and then right here I have my platform. So like I have my precision plate, and I have extra plates. Basically anything that I need for my Big Shot platforms go right here. Then right here, this I did over the weekend. These two boxes in here I got at Michael's, and I've talked about these before. I wish I would have grabbed so many more of these, but one day I was just walking through Michael's on my way to the checkout stand, and there were these boxes, and there was another size inside, and these were literally like $4. And these boxes and the smaller ones have turned out to be so useful. But that's where I got these boxes. And then in this first one, you see I just have all of my Framelits or Thinlits. In the front here, I have all Project Life. So I've labeled all these by just taking a white label and putting it on here. And then I just used my handwriting to do it. I felt like using a label maker was going to be too expensive to print out all the labels. My label maker is pretty expensive, the labels. So I just took a label and I cut them and then I wrote on them. So these are all Project Life that I can use on Project Life. If the label is on this side of the die, that means it's current. It's in our current catalog. If the label is on this side of the die, that means it's retired and we no longer carry it. So these are all ones I would use for Project Life. This is the Framelit set from Becky Higgins. This is the one from Stampin' Up. This is one from Stampin' Up. And then here's little letters and little numbers and the film strip die that all have retired. So these envelopes are Avery L envelopes. I get them from Simon Says. They come 52 a package and they're like $7.99. So I get these Avery L bags, clear bags. And then the magnet sheet inside is just magnet vent cover from the hardware store. I go to Lowe's and I get it. And you get 3 big long sheets of it. And it's like $7.99. I think I bought 4 of them to do all my dies. And then I just trim them down. And I don't, if the die does not need a full sheet, you'll see, like see right here, it didn't need a full sheet. So I trim it down. That way I get more use out of it. And it's super, super inexpensive. So the next category, these are all current dies in the current Stampin' Up! Catalog. So I just have them in alphabetical order. And same thing, I just have a piece of cardstock and then the magnet sheet right in there. See, that one's not a full set or a full magnet sheet. And then I have even some thinner ones like this one. This one. So it's all current in the current catalog. So then we have retired. And then the labels all on this side. And I pulled all the ones that retired and I labeled them and put them back here. Then this is this is holiday. So the next category is holiday. And then you can see I have some in here that are current and some that are retired, but they're all alphabetical, which is just how my mind works. It's just easier for me to keep them organized like that and then have the tab on either side so I know what's retired and what's not. Then I have other companies. So I have a few from other companies. I have some Lawn Fawn and some stitched dies. And then I just keep a bunch of these made up. So here's a bunch of these made up here in the back. I'll be getting new dies from the new catalog. And so it'll be easy just to take them apart and put them in here. Sorry guys, that was my phone. So I just will be ready to drop in new die sets when I get them. They should be here this week. In fact, what I wanted to share with you guys today was my pre-order haul from the brand new annual catalog, but my stuff did not get here in time. So that's why I have some just set up in the back. That way I don't have to worry about it. And then I just keep a little bag with a pen and more labels in the very back in case I need to change something. These are pretty much repositionable, so I can change them around, but just in case I need to label something, everything is already there. So then right next to it, I have embossing folders, and I have quite a few. I've built my collection over 10 years. And I actually recently went through and got rid of a bunch that I didn't ever think I was going to use. But I have a bunch from Provo Craft that I've had for years. And then this size is Stampin' Up. There's a few in the back that aren't Stampin' Up, but the majority of the ones that are this size are Stampin' Up. And something that I always keep, even if it retires, is dies. If I buy a Framelit set, I'm going to keep it forever. If I don't feel like I'm going to keep it forever, I really don't even purchase it. So that's my rule for those. And then embossing folders are the same way. If I buy it, I'm going to keep it. So I don't care if any of these are retired. I use them on projects, I'm sorry. And I'll just try to say in my video if it's retired or not. I feel like most people keep like embossing folders, or you have something similar, so it's not too annoying if I make something in a video and then you email me and you're like, hey, want that embossing folder? I feel like you probably have something that's similar, or you have the embossing folder. So in the very back, right behind these boxes, oh, and my 6x6 embossing folders are just right on the side. I don't have very many of those. In the very back, I just have, these are like my dies, like the dies that make things. Like this is the cutie pie, pie box. Oops, I just dropped that all the way back there. This is the curvy keepsake, the mini treat, the baker's box, and then this is a Thinlits circle card die. Those are just in the very back. So that's really simple. And then the middle one is just old style dies. And we don't carry these anymore, but some of these, like my top note die, there's just certain things that I don't want to get rid of. So I have that. And then I have some wax paper down there, and then so that's still big shot stuff. The very bottom right there is just stuff I need to deal with. It's like something I need to take to my kids' school, old catalogs that we don't have anymore, some books I need to return. So that is my kitchen cart that has all of my die stuff in it. And then I've just labeled it with a framelit and a chalk pen. I just used a framelit on chalk paper and then I wrote on that. And so that's where all my die stuff is. So there'll be photos on my website. You can check that out. And then you can see how I organize those. And it's really easy. I just do all of my die cutting right here. I stand right here. I do all of it. And then I have a trash can right here for scraps. So that way it makes it really easy. And then it's really nice to be able to get up and down if I'm working on something. I don't mind walking over here. I feel like it gives me a chance to like stretch and come over here and stand up. And so I'm not just sitting in one place or standing in one place for very long. So next time I do an organizational type video, I'll take you guys over here and we'll start talking about this area. And hopefully you guys like seeing these videos in smaller chunks where you can get an idea of how I'm storing something or how I'm organizing something. If you have requests, let me know, of course. And then please like this video if you liked the organization video and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll be talking about Project Life. I'll be sharing with you several weeks of Project Life. So thanks, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you later. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I have a couple other videos for you. I have a card organization video for you guys. That is how I organize all of my handmade cards so that they can be sent out each month. And then I have a Project Life core kit organization video for you guys. I have 3 core kits and 1 box, and I love having that organized like that. You can check both of those videos out by just clicking right there on those boxes. I will be back tomorrow with a Project Life video for you guys, and then I will be back next week with my annual catalog haul from Stampin' Up! I was able to pre-order this week, and I am anxiously awaiting all that new product, and I can't wait to share with you guys. So that's what I'll be doing next week. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, and I will be back tomorrow.